Good evening, SpeedGaming. Welcome to the conclusion of today's performance races in week 2 of the Link to the Past Randomizer League. We are featuring casual boots tonight. We have here Ganon's Gone Wild versus Superman Taylor. I know Ganon's Gone Wild is really new to the mode, so cut him some slack. Anyway, I'm Drosy, here with, on his first time on comms, Pixcalibur. You may know him from his time clicking buttons, but welcome to comms.
Yes, thank you, Drosy. At least this is a good old casual boots, so nothing too much will happen in the first few minutes. Just a nice standard fast run through escape.
Yeah, first 5 minutes, we kind of know what's going to happen. Uncle's apparently off to fight Voldemort. And he left us with a penny.
Just some loose change.
Let's see if he's going to give us anything down here now that he's met his untimely end. More money.
Like whatever little bit of life savings he had left there. Okay, the side chest. Nope, just a little more extra change.
Oh, we're up to 41 bucks. Yay. Now, the scores you see are correct, despite who's on each of these teams. The Salt Miners split last week with To Infinity and Pagog, so they have 3 points. Terranigma is a great game, got swept. Trying to remember by who, but yeah, they're 0-2 at the moment, trying to get some points on the board.
So for each of these weeks, is it 2 games?
Yeah.
For each of these teams?
Yeah, and so on these one-on-one weeks, you give one runner the week off. So either Telethar or Hitsuyin will have the week off, and either Recidador or Thalane will have the week off.
Okay.
And there's an early shovel. That's actually kind of nice. When you finish CAC, you can just shovel afterwards.
Yeah, when you see the early shovel at the beginning, like this, the right at the start, you may as well just run that shovel check. Make sure it's not something you're gonna need. So I think we still have a map in play, so see if that's in. If that's saying like the back of Sank, I'm pretty sure both runners are going to be aware of their item counts and just skip the chest in the back when they get to the end of escape.
Yeah. We'll see what winds up showing up. We already have the small key, so that's one thing out of the way. So, GGW, a room ahead. he only won the latter Invitational Kaz boots. Whereas Super and Taylor is still, he's been derusting. He's reasonably derusted. But, yeah, you take a multi-year hiatus, there is some derusting involved.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume the basics are still there, but yeah, a lot of the maybe more advanced stuff, or especially maybe new tricks developed in a time in their
Yeah,
hiatus.
he's definitely had to catch up on some glitches. But, keeping pace pretty well. And, ooh, glove in the back of escape. Good thing this was a standard start, because in an open seed, glove in the back of escape is really going to mess you up. Actually, if this weren't a boot start and you had to look for bombs and didn't get bombs, that would also mess you up pretty well.
Yeah, getting back in wouldn't be very, it'd take a while.
Oh, and there you go. You were saying about the map, GGW picking it up, Super and Taylor also picking it up. I guess they want to know where they are.
Just be thorough. Just take the extra second or two.
Another fetch quest that we won't have to worry about for long, getting a bottle before getting to Cactus to check Sick Kid.
Yeah, it's nice to be able to route some of those in. So let's say if they happen to find, say, the flute, that's even better. That just gives them more versatility. They can move around a lot more easily, warp around the place.
This
Okay,
is not going to be
Lumberjack. No, okay, nothing on Lumberjack. That looked to be a piece of heart.
And the tier 2 tree pool is single rupees, which is kind of lame.
And I think Bushcraft was also nothing. Oh yeah, okay, good. Better look at that piece of heart there. So yeah, definitely no Lumberjack.
Okay, another piece of heart in the Lost Woods. That's a goodly amount of money. Now, will GGW do the tier 1 tree pull to see if it's anything better? Also single rupees? Okay.
Yeah, so none of this is useful.
I guess the randomizer doesn't, prevent the different tiers from giving the same reward, right?
Yeah, I would think they're probably all independent. Like, in this case, all of them are single rupees.
Okay, so I knew about bonking that rock for a bomb. I did not know about that rock that GGW and Nintailor both checked under. Clearly a 50-50 since Super Nintailor didn't get a bomb out of it.
Yeah, I think I've seen people pick that up, but usually I see them bonking the rock on the left is a lot easier.
Yeah, that bonk is a guaranteed. Picking up the rock is a 50-50, and usually you don't have gloves yet. Well, we're sure getting health here.
I mean, the runner's probably not going to turn out some early health. They get early Dark World access. That might let them be a little more brave to dive into some of those places earlier.
At least until they want a death warp in a dungeon.
And watch as you get 4 heart pieces, have to reset your death warp. I see that a lot. Ooh, hey, Moon Pearl. Oh, okay, that is.
Hello, Dark World access.
Wow, that is massive well right there. Okay,
and
so
Zora money.
yeah, Zora money. Agra 1 are gone. You already have the Dark World package.
GGW selling the bee to the bottle vendor. I didn't see if he actually bought what the bottle vendor was selling, though.
Yeah, I think he just skipped it. Let's see if he go back to the bottle vendor there.
I don't know. Just $20.
Okay, so that's not gonna cause any issues there.
Though, given how much money you have, I don't know why you really need to sell the bee. I mean, you're pretty set for Zora and Kiki.
Probably just empty the bottle. I'm gonna assume they'll do a like Pyramid Fairy and not Pyramid, the Waterfall Fairy. And,
There's our first map check, by the way. Blue Pendant Desert, 5-6 Crystal at Eastern, regular Crystal at Hera.
Okay. Nice Quake there.
Yeah, I mean, we can use it. It's not that helpful medallion. Might open a palace that we need to get into. Oh, there's the flute you were saying about early flute.
Yeah, I was thinking. Yeah, I was thinking. You know, they're giving all the fetch quest stuff. As like, you know, why not just add the flute? Just get the whole Kakariko package in one go here.
So now you have to run back to the duck to activate it. Like, I don't think you can save and quit from here. I think, you know, it's more reasonable to just activate it now than to wait.
Yeah, because they're just gonna end up warping, flying to either 7 or 8 probably. GGW will probably pick up that bottle vendor check while he's at it.
The interesting question now is, at what point do you check the shovel? Because if the flute weren't there, you'd immediately go over and check the shovel. And when you get an early fetch quest like that, you do kind of want to see if it's something.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they're gonna be wanting to wait until they get like the mirror or something. You don't know when that would show up.
Okay, so Nin Taylor is committing to that shovel play and not activating the flute. Interesting. And just some money from the shovel. So is he now running all the way back to CAC to... No, he's continuing to South Shore. Okay, huh. So he'll have to remember to activate the flute at some point.
Yeah, maybe after he finishes this, he'll just restart at Sank and just do it from there. Or if he's gonna maybe combine that with maybe Village of Outcast.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, at some point you're going to use CAC Portal, and then you might as well activate the flute on your way to CAC Portal. I mean, we have full clearable Thieves Town. But I don't blame the runners for wanting to do a bit more overworld. But, like, GGW can save a bit of time fluting to 8 right after Mini Moldorm. Having a bit of trouble bombing the Mini Moldorms, though. Ooh, Master Sword. And Blue Mail.
Okay, that's pretty much set through a good amount of the game already. Got a Blue Mail, lots of hearts.
Again, better hope they don't need to Death Warp.
At that point, they would hope to find the mirror to get rid of that whole Death Warping issue.
So yeah, SNT saving and quitting here. I don't know if that means he's thinking Dark World immediately. Yeah, given the Sank start, at a minimum, he's going to activate the flute. Oh, okay, we don't need to worry about Death Warp.
Ew, okay.
GGW doesn't. Well,
and
Taylor has the flute, so he can flute to 8 at any time. Just kind of unfortunate routing on his part, because I think it'll take GGW less time to work in the shovel check whenever he decides to do that.
Yeah, ooh. Well, I might pick that up later. Okay.
Yeah, he might detour to get half magic.
Yeah, but yeah, with that mirror, yeah, he's gonna route that in with Stumpy. With easy routing at that point.
But this is also unfortunate for Nintaler that he's now going to the Dark World without the mirror. And the mirror just makes the routing so much easier here, whereas GGW will never be touching the Dark World without the mirror.
Yeah, his Nintaler is probably gonna have to end up like kind of double dipping in a way, whereas yeah, GGW is just one trip back and forth between the two sides. So something like K45 might be a bit of a nuisance for SNT.
Oh, well, we're sure collecting fairies now.
Yeah, good thing for that mirror, because yeah, you're not going to death warp with all those safeties.
Yeah. Okay, that's a shield on the ledge. I don't think we're gonna get that. And Zora gives you 0.2% back.
Massive scam.
Bad investment return. Real
I think
Ponzi scheme today.
I think that was the other single green rupee.
Oh, that's true. We found both of them because Uncle gave us the first one. Okay, so GGW doing the Hype Cave play here. And with the mirror, he can combo Dig Check with Stumpy.
Yeah, it's pretty. I think it's pretty standard with the entry. Ooh, okay, green pendant, pod. Okay, Thieves Town pendant, vanilla, Meyer crystal. Okay. Well, the pendant thieves make it a little less tempting. They probably might just dip first 4 at this point.
Yeah, you basically treat the first 4 Pendant Thieves as Overworld. Oh, there are the boots in Hype Cave.
Ooh, okay.
Tempered. $16-minute tempered, I'll take that.
Plenty of health, blue mail, yeah, tempered. They're pretty much set for a good number of these dungeons here.
Okay, I wonder why Nintaler didn't just, take the free elevator with the Wall Master there. And there's an Ether Medallion in Skullwood's big chest.
I'm trying to remember, was that both items from Skullwoods?
If so, I didn't see what the other one was. What's Bumper Ledge? Just more money. We found like every 300 at this point. There are 5 300s in the game. I think we've certainly seen 4.
Yeah, at least 4 of them, and then the single 100 rupee we just found, and it's like, oh, the game is just tossing money at us. I'm pretty sure don't need any more cash at this point. Let's see, maybe dig up the other 300 or something. Oh, more health in the C-shaped house. Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah, so that bow puts Pendant Pod in logic. I mean, we can also do Eastern for a crystal. I guess Eastern is the only clearable crystal right now. GGW decides to do the mountain. With the mirror and the hammer, he can do the entire light mountain.
Yeah. Oh, there's the lamp. Okay, the brewery. So that does put Eastern and Pod in full actual logic. Mountain was in logic with the flute.
But this also puts Old Man specifically in logic.
Hera is full clearable.
old man being about as rude as Uncle in terms of not giving us much of a finder's fee.
Nickel instead of a penny. Okay, so GGW onto... Okay, mountain, there's just single arrow. Don't care about that. Inside is no, nothing in the cave. And then SNT making way through. Pendant Thieves, at least the front of Pendant Thieves. And, that's why you're the 300 right
Okay,
there.
there's the last 300.
You're filthy rich in this seat already.
Okay, SNT should be getting that bow shortly. Then, of course, the question is when he gets around to getting that mirror.
GGW into Hera. Probably gonna hope that there's nothing in the basement. Okay, well, there's one item. That's good.
No hook shot, so we actually have to climb.
Okay, so I think every strat of that Hera pod requires a hook shot.
Right.
Alright, S&T picking up their bow. Let's see. I'll probably just going to work their way down to Hype Cave. Picking up that sword. Oh, you never want to see that small key.
Yeah, but still a decent chance. Okay, now it's a 50-50 between Moldorm and the basement. Why is Hera always like that? You know, the dungeon items just keep showing up.
It's like many times it ends up being just 50-50. Rarely do I see the small key in the Hera basement. Only like once or twice. Usually it's going to be like a dungeon item in the basement. But
yeah, the logic's kind of weird. Small key in the basement is only a 1 in 15 chance. Okay, let's see where S&T goes. Probably Saha, if I had to guess.
Alright, so that is good for GGW. So here our basement has the map, so that's fine. Getting their first crystal at 2215. And S&T giving us our first look into the eastern area.
Samaria, which we'll need eventually, though not immediately. Nothing on the floating island. Ooh. Yeah, S&T demonstrating that, you know, if you go to the edge of a cliff while you're on spin speed, you will fall off it. There is no, like, extra frame or two before you fall.
Also, it's not like you kind of rub on the edge and then jump. You just straight. Oh, it's kind of like just dashing off. Because when you just dash and just jump straight off.
Yeah. But yeah, that choice of routing coming out of CAC has created quite a bit of divergence here. And the big question for the moment is, when will S&T get that mirror?
Alright, looking like Paradox Cave came up pretty empty. Let's see where GGW is gonna look to. Desert. Yeah, not much you do in desert. No access to. Okay, gonna be doing. Might dip pendant pod here. At least take a look at it, but see what he wants to do with that.
Yeah, so he'll probably get some Aria while he's out this way, even if there are no other useful items in the area. One thing S&T definitely remembers is how to get spin speed.
Well, GGW didn't take that detour. I'm actually wondering if he might be considering clearing pod here, because he would just route all the green pendant in with that. Interesting to see what he wants to do with this.
I mean, pod's 5 items and the green pendant gives you a 6th. And as we know, it's always sunny in pendant pod.
Like every time you see pendant pod is always progression. Almost always. Okay, so not bow locked.
Now that's an interesting play. Go in, see if pod's bow locked, and leave.
I'm kind of curious if he's going to go back in there, because it's not really going to get any faster. I mean, the only thing that might help would be lamp, but that's already known. That is.
Well, I believe Armos has an item, so we'll see if that's anything.
Yeah, I think Eastern's been pretty empty so far.
So we didn't get anything off the mountain, did we, except for that crystal?
Let's see. Yeah, Paradox had nothing. Hare had nothing. Yeah, I
Old
don't
Man,
think there's
Spec Rock. Yeah, it was all
nothing,
garbage.
nothing. Yeah, there's nothing in there. Eastern was also absolute nothing. Yeah, I'm starting to lean towards pendant pod here. Okay, there we go. SOT. Gonna be picking up that mirror.
Better late than never. I mean, it does give us things like King's Tomb and Graveyard Ledge, which we haven't seen yet. Though he'll probably be baited into the mountain, just because it is a dense play.
I don't think neither runner's gone to the back of Thieves yet, because the front of Thieves, I'm trying to remember if it was one of 2 items it gave.
I think it was 2. They were junk.
Yeah, one was, I know, the other 300, I think the other might have just been more money.
Back of Pendant Thieves is usually a last location. And Super Nintendo are also loading up on the ferries. Not intentionally, but, you know. Neither of these runners is going to be taking any deaths for a while, that's for sure.
Probably just keep those ferries in there. 'Cause I'm pretty sure neither one will miss that half-cost magic, since ice is a crystal.
So, just thinking, we also have Catfish and Pyramid Ledge. So, let's see what S&T's going to do here. Yep, he's getting baited into the mountain.
I mean, can't really fault him. I mean,
No, I can't. It's a lot of items. It's just...
It's all in logic. as
Yeah.
well. But
We just
just
know
in
it's
this
all
case,
junk.
just in this case, nothing much there.
And maybe if he were up here with the mitts and the hook shot and could do the Dark Mountain as well, that could save him some time. But no, he's gonna take exactly as much time as CGW took up here.
All right, so both of them now have their Eastern Crystal. Let's see if GGW's gonna probably step back in the pod here. Eastern was empty and might want to go with some dense checks here.
Our tracker Lumaga seems to be a fan of Pendant Pod. Shout out to Lumaga doing
there
the
we
tracking.
go. Yeah, I think a lot of times when I track, when I see Pendant Pod, I'm like, oh boy, it's gonna be something in here. The Crystal Pod is a lot of times empty. It may have something, but a lot of times it has nothing.
So to answer chat, GGW did the first room of Pod before Eastern, mirrored out, did Eastern, and now he's back in Pod. I don't know why that routing is advantageous.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think it really cost any time. I mean, you end up at the entrance anyway.
A couple of screen transitions, really.
Yeah, I mean, with the mirror, it would have just been straight there. Ooh, ran out of arrows, but that's fine. the green guy is not an issue. And not surprising, Pod is usually a front-loaded with keys. I think that's 4 keys so far.
As the meme used to be, it's like a mullet. Business in the front, party in the back. Wow, that's a way to chase your arrow. Worked out pretty well on the collapsing bridge.
Got that Helmasaur there. Okay, so let's see. No, okay, that's 5 keys. Oh, there's Bombos. Okay, so
got all our medallions between the two runners.
and watch it as at least one of those Meyer TR is gonna be a Bombo slot. Oh, never mind. Yeah, pendant pod's required. Never mind that. As usual, there we go. Oh my goodness, yeah. Okay. All right, pendant pod.
Yeah.
Score another point for pendant pod here.
Does get a little bit ridiculous sometimes. Like, it's very rare to see a pendant pod with just junk.
Yeah, usually it's gonna be crystal pod that have nothing in it, but pendant pod usually is gonna have at least one thing you're gonna need.
Now, SNT will have a bit easier of a time in Dark Maze here with the lamp. Not that GGW needs to worry about dying, he has 2 fairies. So that's both the map and compass, right? I'm pretty sure we saw the map.
I'm not sure if we saw the map yet. Okay, that's all the items out of pod. So
well, the question is, did we see the map? Because otherwise...
That might be on Helma's on the
right.
Helma.
Well, if Helma isn't the map, then there are effectively 2 items on Helma since it's also the green pendant. But it's a solid 2.5 minutes to do Helma.
Yeah, because I think the big key chest I think was the other small key. I think. I didn't see how many keys. That's the map. But I think they got all 5 items out of there. Okay, Quake for Meyer. Okay, that was from Sick Kid.
Oh, GGW never did Saha. He doesn't have the Kane of Samaria.
Ooh, what do we need to go? He's gonna have to get back there. It's not that hard a trip there, but you
Yeah,
gotta...
it's just it's something you should have done when you were doing Pod Eastern. And Taylor, remembering he doesn't have the mitts, is this going to be a North Dark World check? I mean, he can't finish Skull Woods. He's already done the Front of Thieves. All I can guess is that this is going to be like Graveyard Legend King's Tomb.
Yeah, it's out of the way checks there. And then GGW is a little confused here. I mean, he hasn't done Village, so he doesn't have a fire source.
Yeah, so he can't finish Desert.
Oh, it's a granted, it's a pendant, to be fair, but...
Oh, true.
But yeah, Saha, see when he remembers to check that.
I mean, and is he going to do something really crazy like dip Meyer without a fire source or Samaria? And Taylor has both, so as soon as he gets the mitts, he can full clear Meyer. And yes, this is a Graveyard Legend King's Tomb play from Nintaylor. And a Mirror Bonk from GGW.
Graveyard Ledge, just another full heart container. Yeah, pretty much health is not going to be an issue with that.
We're on our second row. Red Mail is in Meyer's Shed.
Yeah, that's free. Okay, King's Tomb. Okay, so that's both items out of Desert, so that's fine.
Okay, King's Tomb is junk.
Okay, I'm gonna we should be getting checkerboard. I don't think we've checked the Gina. So let's see what that is. Those checks will be.
And Taylor, again, needing to be reminded you don't have mitts. Looks like he is going to Kern Jump here. After releasing all the bees.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to do that with all those bees in the way. Probably lagging, you're going to get stung by them, etc.
Just slightly too slow in the Kern Jump. And nothing on a Gina either. Okay. First try every time, right?
At least you got plenty of, well, actually, how many bombs? That's pretty much limited how many bombs you got.
So, to explain the mechanism there, fake flippering in general, if you're only in the water for one frame and then screen transition, the game forgets to make you splash, and, well, if you didn't splash, oh, you must have flippers, so you're swimming fine. So if you get the bomb to explode at just the right time as you jump into the water, it'll bonk you to the bottom of the screen, and then you'll only be there for one frame before you transition to the next screen.
So it's just kind of maybe fooling the game.
There's GGW's lamp.
You're trying to fool the game. I guess trying to fool the game so that you're not actually in the water for that bit before. And then you start sweating, you start fake flippering after that.
Now, of course, he didn't actually break logic. He could have mirrored to the light world, fluted to 5, but then that eats up time. So, presumably Nintaylor will do pod now, because he's over here and... Or is he going to do hobo? This looks like a hobo... No, it is a pod play, okay.
Yeah, no flippers yet,
Oh, right. Yeah, can't really fake flip... I mean, you could Ancilla Splash Delete, but that hardly seems worth it to check hobo that way.
Yeah, they'd probably just do a water walk, set up a water walk or something.
Oh, and GGW is continuing to the back of Thieves here. Oh, GGW's teammate Telethar saying that if you splash delete into the water, you can't then mirror. I did not know that.
Oh, yeah, so they wouldn't even work at all. So you'd have to do like a water walk from like the Ice Rock Cave. Probably the easiest way to set that up.
Well, at that point, I mean, you might you might as well do it in the light world.
Okay, so S&T is going to get all the stuff out of Pod. Let's see if they want to commit on. I don't think. I'm probably going to leave. I'd be kind of surprised, or at least it would be interesting if he decides to go for that green pendant. I mean, that could end up with something.
Yeah. I mean, the question is, how's he going to respond to getting the mitts? Maybe he'll be really aggressive and just mirror out of Pod once he gets the mitts. And be like, well, this opens up a whole lot of stuff for me.
Yeah, that would... well, all the items are actually clumped together, so he shouldn't miss any of the big items.
Yeah. I'm just realizing all we need still is Fire Rod, Flippers, and Hookshot. But those 3 items could be in any number of places. Okay, so Blind has the last item in Thieves.
Yeah, so Mitts, yeah, it's in Pod. S&T will be getting them in just a moment.
Thinks about hammer yumping. I'm kind of glad he didn't, because hello, Mitts. And there's Bombos. I still didn't remember to check whether we picked up the map in here. S&T, this is a key for a key. Oh, no, it's the... Wait a minute. Okay.
Yeah, it's, I think, the big key chest.
I miscounted keys.
Yeah, big key chest is probably the small key.
My bad. Drosy can't math. But, yeah. Blind had the powder, so could be something on Magic Bat.
Yeah, GGW might just run the whole Smith chain at this point.
I mean, Smith chain isn't a bad idea. Looks like he is going for the Smith here. And Nintailor is also out of Pod, not doing Helma for the time being.
Yeah, again, if it not had there been an item on Helma, maybe, probably still no, but having 2 items might have attracted some people, but just 1 item, that's going to be last location. Or unless they get the book and find out pet is required, because I think any of the required items for Go mode can be on the ped.
Yeah, Nintailor is just like, you know, I've got all 3 medallions. I'm just going to rush Meyer. Got a tempered sword. This should all be fine. And there's the Fire Rod on the Smiths.
So that's one of the big items there. Trying to remember
GGW away from Samaria for a while.
Yeah, he's gonna probably clear out Skull Woods.
Yeah, I think Skull Woods pretty well has to be your next play. And Magic Bat's nothing, so unless there's something on Ped, Back of Thieves was a waste of time.
Yeah, the powder now is only going to be for safeties, which is probably not going to be an issue with what they have here.
I didn't see what was in Bridge Chest in Meyer. Anything?
Uh,
Oh, must have been... Oh, and we didn't do Bridge Chest. That's why I didn't see it. He... Okay, Godmire, hello.
yeah, not the
You rush
time
Diddy?
to, not the time to get that, and not even close to go mode yet. So, okay, purple chest, nothing.
I kind of think you rush Viddy, see if Viddy has an item. But Taylor's gonna play it out. You know that there is almost certainly at least one item here on the left side, unless it's map and compass. But there can't be any small keys over here. Ah, compass in the compass chest. Who would have thought?
Nothing special, and yep, just gonna go down to the commit down to the cutscene.
Yeah, I mean, odds are pretty low that it's both map and compass on the left side. But if it is, you do feel kind of silly.
Yeah, luckily I don't think I've seen that too often. I've seen one or the other. Maybe I see a big key down here or something, but not usually double junk on the left. Yeah, so GGW, look at just taking that fire rod. Just gonna clear out Skull Woods, or clear out Skull Woods. I think was Ether in, yeah, it was in the big chest, I believe.
Yeah. Okay, well, there's an item. We now at least know we have one item out of Meyer. So, in the remaining 4 checks are 2 keys, a map, and the other item. I always find this workaround very tricky to get to the big chest without the hook shot. Hey, what do you know? There's the map. And the other item is junk, but we will get a crystal from Viddy.
Okay, so that's, yeah, so nothing in Meyer. Easy boss fight with that tempered sword. Well, there's a, oh, that's the other item. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought we had both items, but no, that's only one item for the front of Skullwoods then.
Yeah, so the big question is, which happens first? Super Taylor doing Smith Chain or GGW doing Saha's Closet?
Let's see. Well, S&T, I mean, just eventually should route into Smith Chain. It's just GGW having to remember to go back to Saha.
Yeah, and S&T, of course, could save a lot of time if he doesn't do the Back of Thieves. I mean, I guess flippers on Ped, or I suppose even hookshot on Ped, could be problematic. I mean, Ped's in logic. We can fully well get all 3 pendants.
Yeah, and they don't really block. They don't block flippers. They don't block hookshot. I mean, it could have, like, say, the book or mushroom that leads into it. That's not a fetch quest you want to be doing.
Yeah, we can take all the damage we want on this Viddy fight between our health and 2 fairies. Viddy down. Crystal count even at 3 apiece. GGW hasn't yet done the big chest, right? I guess not.
No, he's gonna, but should
I'll
be
do
doing
it right now. Yeah, okay.
All right, so let's see. Yeah, that should get the ether. Yeah, okay, there it was. Yeah, so Meyer, yeah, didn't have anything but that. It had a red crystal. The other red was Eastern, so that's
So we have,
Fury.
yeah, we have Pyramid Fairy. Interesting. Wonder if SNT will think about that. Love how Darklink's eyes turn red for getting the red mail. I'm guessing SNT doesn't dip desert, but I've been surprised before.
Yeah, I don't think Desert had anything in it, so that would be fine if he doesn't dip into it.
He's dipping into it.
Ah, well. It's almost like while you're here, you may as well just, I guess, take it. Just. And okay, yes, you will get that heart container. Yeah, you're in the area. You're right there.
Okay, sure.
Got 12 hearts. Another extra heart never hurts.
So did we get both items in the front of desert?
I believe so. I know the big chest had one of the items. And I think it was on the right side that had the other item.
Okay. Not too surprising. So now GGW's gonna Kern jump over to Catfish.
Well, GGW might be able to route in Saha with this.
Okay, yeah, there's the item on the right side. And the big key, of course, has to be vanilla at this point.
Yeah, so I think Landmo has, just the map. So, unless pedestal is required, yeah, they're not gonna bother with this.
Okay, yeah, so that was both items out of desert. So what do we think? Does Nintailor do Pyramid Fairy now? Well, I mean, he's going to do Aegina while he's in the desert, but after Aegina.
Might consider doing Smith Chain first. Just maybe.
Oh yeah, there's that.
route all that into Pyramid Fury at the end.
Right, he never did K45 because he was late to the mirror, so that does make Smith Chain a bit more appealing.
Ooh, okay, yeah, GGW might be going for Green Pendant.
This does look like a Green Pendant play. I don't know why you'd come up here in Dark World otherwise. So, if nothing else, it'll get him his Samaria.
If he does Green Pendant, he's gonna skip. He's gonna skip this for now. Yeah, because he. Oh no, he's got the mirror out.
Is Nintailor doing Spike Cave? Or is he just going to do the 3 checks on East Dark Death Mountain?
And there's that red cane for GGW. Honestly, I don't think it really cost him that much time. I mean, a little bit of backtracking, but outside of that, didn't really. He didn't. At least he didn't dip Meyer.
Yeah. And then Taylor going to Dark Death Mountain. I'm not wild about this play. It's only 3 checks. Or if you cheese Spike Cave.
Oh, yeah, it happens. Like every race, you're gonna have to see this. Dead rocked. Always happens.
And he doesn't even have the powder to exact his vengeance.
I'm trying to think if Quake works, actually. Well, not when they're actually...
Right, not after you hit them.
Yeah, they have to be moving. Oh, no, okay. Bombos, yep, so Tendon
Oh, I
pod, tendon
forgot. He
pod.
can enter TR, and then the question is how far down the rabbit hole can he go without Fire Rod?
Yeah, you kind of hope you get locked out early. At least you know you
Yeah.
leave. You don't want to get the laser bridge. Oh, no, you can't. Well, it depends. You have to get the big key, but maybe hoping to find hook shot. I mean the bonk the bonk chest. It's had hook shot a few times before, so it's possible here.
Okay,
Oh
well,
well, close enough.
guess we're doing Hookshot Cave.
Don't need to worry about the bonk chest. You just hook shot straight through it.
Without the flippers, Hookshot doesn't really do anything for us, logically. Oh yeah, GGW is, he's not even looking for items in Mire. This won't get him either item. I don't know if he will just flat out say, I'm done with Mire, I've got my 5-6 crystal even without any items, or if he'll go back in looking for items since he won't have any. And looks like Super Taylor is going to do Spike Cave here, out of logic.
So yeah, hookshot cave had nothing.
It had a bloomerang! I mean, what more can you want in life than a bloomerang?
Now, okay, he's got 14 hearts. Is that enough to do?
Yes,
Spike Cave
absolutely.
on its own?
He won't even use a fairy.
Yeah, well, still got a. Oh, actually has a couple hearts left there.
See?
Oh, nothing in there. Just a little tiny shield.
Okay, so where to next for Super Taylor? We know he needs to do the Smith Chain. This is flute to 3, so this has got to be a Smith Chain play.
Yeah, there's pretty much nothing else.
Well, he could do the Back of Thieves and waste a bunch of time.
Let's see. Hopefully, he doesn't get drawn into that because yeah, powder did not lead to anything.
GGW is going to be able to fully do Turtle Rock here, as well as picking up his hook shot.
All right, S&T looking like not tempted by Back of Thieves.
Okay.
Probably, yeah, just thinking, you know what? I'm just going to last location. There's something there, so be it.
So, both our runners are going to be flippers from Go mode very shortly. Flippers are probably in TR. Because where else can they be at this point? Like, Helma and Green Pendant just don't exist. Nor does Ped.
Pyramid Fairy, I mean, that's not too long of a check. I think S&T might just be routing all that in, to be fair.
Oh, right, Pyramid Fairy. I forgot about Pyramid Fairy. But you know what they say, A, B, C, D, always be clearing dungeons. So, with this Fire Rod, I think it's entirely likely he does the back of Skullwoods and Turtle Rock. Okay. Purple Chest is a bit more appealing for SNT because he hasn't done Cave 45 yet.
So GGW going straight into TR. Yeah, full clear.
Yeah, he's hoping he can just get his Go mode in here. He doesn't know that Hookshot's in Super Bunny.
Yeah, I mean, he'll do it after, but if he could find flippers, then that's really good for him. He just has to take the long way around this room.
Now, of course, if flippers are on Purple Chest, that could really swing things.
No, it wasn't. I think Purple Chest was.
Oh, GGW did Purple Chest? I thought he bailed after Fire Rod.
Yeah, he did Purple
My
Chest. Bad. Yeah, I think he did. He just followed the whole chain. Yeah, because he just flew it over to 7 and just turned it in.
Well, we are kind of in position here to do Pyramid Fairy. But looks like that's not what S&T is thinking. This looks like a clean up Skull Woods and get the crystal.
Yeah, probably what you're thinking, and might just end up doing the TR after. The Pyramid Fairy's just there.
Overall, GGW's routing has been a bit cleaner. I mean, questionable Saha skip aside, he's just gotten a lot more checks in a lot faster. And then there was the seriously aggro taking the Godmire and running. Because he's never punished.
In this case, yeah, no exception, because Meyer had nothing in it. I think the only extra thing he's really done so far is doing the back of the thieves.
Right, and really the only extra thing Superintendent Taylor's done so far has been the full clear of Meyer.
Yeah, so they kind of cancel, and then S&T didn't have that mirror for a little bit, so had to maybe do a little bit extra walking around, but...
Yeah, he also put off activating the flute a bit, which was also some extra walking around.
Very clean Moth fight on S&T's side. Again, showing off the power of that Temperate Sword is really making Moth kind of a breeze there.
Okay, so just to be clear, GGW only gets punished when his opponent's Specky clip to left side swamp without the hammer. And yeah, Superintendent Taylor going up, hoping for his go mode here in Turtle Rock. He does get to take a slightly shorter route. Given what happened with the Dead Rocks last time, I'm surprised he didn't take the lower portal just to be safe. Ooh, silvers. Well, S&T definitely gets those as well.
Yeah, not gonna miss that. Just right in the way. So Ganon is basically free today. Temperate Sword, silvers, it's plenty of hearts, red mail, it's just a freebie fight. So I think Pendant Pod was definitely hard required. Pretty much had like the whole TR package in it. Mitts was needed for that. Bombos, I believe, was in there, and Ice Rods. TR package in one place.
There's the Bug Neck. Can't finish the seed without that. So, if flippers aren't on Trinex, we've got Pyramid Fairy and a whole bunch of unpleasant options.
Yeah, I didn't count how many items they've picked up in TR, because that Laser Bridge had 3 items.
Right. I don't know if they've gotten both the map and the compass. No, because they've gotten all the items because there was that bottle in the front, and then there's silvers, a crystal roller.
Okay, so this is just with map or something.
Yeah, so
okay.
This isn't the answer for our runners. So yeah, Pyramid Fairy, Helma, and Green Pendant, Pedestal. What else?
Yeah, there's not a lot. I think that might be actually it. Because ice, you're not gonna touch. You're definitely not touching ice palaces.
Well, you can go
That's
mode ice
normal.
just to get it out of the way, but it's
Yeah.
not going to have your flippers.
Yeah, it might be. They're gonna probably try to get flippers. They might scoop up that half and cost magic along the way. May as well. Oh, I don't look like compass, but whatever. It's a dungeon item on Trinex.
I could see go moding ice just to get it out of the way and give yourself a bit of time to think. Yeah, so GGW will do Dark Death Mountain here. He'll get his hook shot, so then he'll be flippers from go mode.
I'm thinking you might be doing Spike Cave as well, and oops.
Well, I guess he'll be double dipping hook shot. No, he'll hover. It'll take him a bit longer than, doing hook shot cave with a hook shot. But I fully expect to hover here. Nope. I'm wrong. Guess he'll double dip hook shot cave once he gets the hook shot.
He's gonna feel just a little bit silly to find his hook shot. I think he was going off of a bonk chest having hook shot.
Thinks about quitting out, decides I should probably check hook shot cave. I'm guessing he'll skip Spike Cave, though, given how aggressively he's now playing.
Yeah, that's a way out of the way check, and he's just, gonna leave that behind. I'm trying to think where he might go next year. Pyramid Fairy. Possible, and
he's got the mirror out, so he's gonna flute. Yeah, this looks like a Pyramid Fairy play.
Okay, that's reasonable, and if this has nothing, I'm wondering, maybe might actually start considering Green Pendant at
If this has flippers, then Super Nintailor could have been in a much better position if he had done this before Smith Chain.
Yeah, I kind of thought S&T would have just routed the entire, kind of started from Smith Chain and worked all the way around to Pyramid Fairy. It's just kind of one big loop around.
Yeah. Oh, right. I'm right. He did Smith Chain. Right. I was saying Yeah. I can't talk. Right. If he had continued into Pyramid Fairy after Smith Chain rather than starting to clear crystals. But I can understand just wanting to clear crystals. Yeah, though at that point, it's a little bit surprising he bothered with K45 and Purple Chest. I feel like either you abandon Smith Chain as soon as you get the Fire Rod, or you continue all the way to Pyramid Fairy. Cape, and okay, so Pyramid Fairy's not the answer, so it has to be Helma King Green Pendant or Ped?
Oh, gosh. There's not much else because Bumper or Ledge had nothing, and this looks to be it's gonna be Green Pendant.
Yeah. So GGW is definitely in the lead. I mean, it would be hard for S&T to come back at this point.
Yeah, I mean, if Ped has the flippers, that's pretty bad for S&T because he's gonna have to clear the back of Thieves, and that's a little bit of a time sink there just to do that.
And if it's on Green Pendant, then GGW is gonna get there first. To answer chat, S&T has done Meyer and he's done Spike Cave. I believe those are the only checks he's done over GGW.
I'm trying to see how this is the seed gonna be just somewhat kind of just, let's say, green pendant having flippers, or is it gonna really drag things out? Put pedestal would have something like mushroom, and then that gives the book, and then you have to go to one of the tablets to get flippers, just to drag things out. All right,
Definitely want to
SMT.
ask him about that Meyer play.
Oh, GGW, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
how do you do the back of Pendant Thieves, but you don't try to get the items out of Crystal Mire?
I mean, I don't think he did any of it. I think he just got big key and just god mired. I don't even think he like did the left side or anything.
Yeah, no, he in fact hovered from the big key chest.
Going for like the true god mire. It's just open up one chest and you're done.
Okay. Bit touch and go there for Super Nintaler, but he does get the bomb dupe as GGW takes down Helma King. Okay, it was the map.
Okay, now if Green Pendant comes up empty, he might just go take out Desert. There's like nothing left. Just take out Landmill, that's it, and just blind pull Ped. He'd be done with it.
Yeah, well, this is an interesting question. Like, would he at that point clear Mire? And I think it has to be Ped, or maybe Book on Ped for Flippers on a tablet, but or
Yeah,
Mushroom on Ped.
yeah, we got Book, Mushroom. Yeah, we got Fetch
I'm a
Quest items
fun
here.
guy. I'm a fun guy.
The chat wants to have some extra value to this seed. Doesn't want just the whole full jet seed here. And yeah, I don't think GGW's doing Meyer. I think he's just gonna put that off. Just going to
Yeah, he probably
Pendant.
figures, if it is Meyer, I've lost.
Yeah, so let's say he's gonna blind pull Ped. If that has a fetch quest, obviously he's gonna just follow it. Just because it's in this case it's going to have to lead to something because the other checks he's skipped have nothing in them.
Yeah, I believe we've seen every overworld check except for Ped and things behind Book and Mushroom.
Yeah, I think Hobo is not even in play. It's not going to matter because since you'll be in go mode anyway before you get that in logic.
That's the second mirror bonk for GGW in the desert area.
And yeah, he's just going to blind pull Ped, just going to follow this along.
Well,
So let's see. Get some guesses in here. What is going to be on that pedestal? Is it just going to be flippers, or is the seed going to drag things out just a little bit longer? No, because I think it's going to have something. I don't think it can be empty because it's probably last from all the stuff we know is probably last location.
Well, here we go. And it's the flippers.
Oh, the seed. Being a little bit trolly, but not that trolly.
Which also means that the book is locked behind the flippers, so it was a forced blind ped pull.
Yeah, there's nowhere else. It's probably like a GT or something.
Yeah, it has to be an Ice Swamp or GT, or I suppose the
Or even
Mushroom turns
yeah,
up in one of those
yeah,
places in Book on Mushroom.
yeah, or even Hobo at this point. So. No, I think Hobo was
GGW
yeah,
did
yeah, yeah,
Hobo.
yeah. I remember it. Yeah, I think Hobo had like a heart container or something. It didn't have anything. So
Okay, so here's SNT now doing the back of Thieves Town. To answer chat, yes, both runners have silvers.
and so GGW in go mode right now. Yeah, he's just gonna should be just skipping everything at this point.
Yeah, whereas Nintailor still has to do the checks in Thieves because for all he knows, Flippers have been sitting in her the whole time.
Yeah, so at least S&T will get that guaranteed powder for that little extra bit of safety. Can't skip it now. And as the runners are just at this point just clearing up dungeons, give a moment to give a follow to our two runners here. Again, is Gone Wild and Super Nintailor. Put up a great show for us. Actually, so fairly quick seed here, despite a little bit trolly at the end with those flippers.
It'll be about an hour and a half by the time we're done.
Yeah, yeah.
Depending on exactly where GT Big Key is.
And also, shout out to Lumaga, our tracker, keeping us all in line, clicking all those buttons to see where both our runners are. And also, shout out to Kokama Drossi.
Shout out to Pixcalibur's first time on comms. So that's crystal number 6 for GGW.
Well, yeah, first time calming in this invitational.
Oh, as opposed to
Yeah.
dailies.
Yeah, I think most of the stuff if I've calmed is probably dailies. Some of the other just like non-tournament stuff, kind of less pressure. But like, in terms of like mostly tournament stuff, I tend to do tracking. So, but certainly this invitational is the first time I've calmed in this.
I mean, it's fair. I remember my first main tournament comms better than I remember my first comms period. My first comms period were in the glitch tournament of all things.
I think, yeah, first one I did was a hybrid major glitches. I was like, oh man, that was not good to do comms on because you have to kind of understand what's going on.
You need to be paired with someone who really knows the glitches.
Yeah, which I luckily was in that case, but it felt like I was just part of the chat, just watching what's going on. But most of the other modes are fine, like inverted, cross keys. Those are fine because they still base off of like open. So it's just the basic format, just with some twists in it.
So we can see just how much of a time difference the routing made. Because, yeah, Super Nintendo spent a minute or two clearing mire, and he did Spike Cave. But other than that, the runners have done basically all the same checks, and GGW is this far ahead. Superman Taylor still has to beat Landmo.
Yeah, I got to do Lambo, then go line pull ped, and then still has to do ice. So it has to.
Yeah, that's a
additional
2-dungeon
behind.
lead.
Yeah. And I think GGW is probably going to be in GT before S&T may not even be done with ice yet. Yeah, GGW in full-on go mode at this point. Doesn't need anything else. I mean, the only thing that might help just a tiny bit would be the other sword, but that doesn't really speed up much. It just makes Ganon just a tiny bit easier.
It makes the 1-on-1 free.
Yeah. And then half-cost magic was skipped, and because you got temperate silvers, you don't really need much magic. Ooh, that's like
Wow,
nice...
that was quite a grab
yeah.
for that last little puff.
GGW wasting no time here, making sure Argus is just biting dirt there. Not even a chance to delay the fight any at all.
And with that, GGW collects his 7th crystal, so we will give you an opportunity to waste your channel points if you have SpeedGaming 4 channel points. But predict where that Ganon's Tower big key is. You got a favorite one, Pixcalibur?
Let's see, I'll probably just put it in chat. I'll probably just pick something random. Let's see. So we got 1 through 22. Full access to the basement, so start putting numbers in the chat and see where's that GT big key. Let's see, I'll put something in chat in a moment.
Meanwhile, here is Superman Taylor's ped pull incoming. Yeah, so one runner hitting go mode as the other runner is climbing the mountain to GT.
Yeah, that is it's a 2-dungeon deficit. That's
and I think that was a logical last location for Superman Taylor.
Let's see. Pretty sure. Yeah, he ran out. He did mire. He did those checks. I think he might have actually ran out of.
Yeah, I think he did literally everything that is not logically behind flippers.
Yeah, that's never a good feeling. You just get that. I mean, there's no way you would think. I mean, granted, the pendants were pretty free for the most part, but you're usually not just going to go take out pendant dungeons unless it's like an all dungeon seed or something. Chat, flippers are on ped. So you gotta take out all the dungeons except for Agra 1.
Oh, there's our Burna. Rock you like a Burnacane. Wonder if Nintailor's learned Specky. I assume so. He's been back long enough. Oh, and there's the big key in Stalfos room. Check number 4. I guess Super Nintailor has not learned Specky. Or... Oh, no. Okay, he did do Specky, he just decided that that key was easier to get than the key in this room. Okay, sure.
That's fine.
I mean, that was extra screen transitions. I think the key in that room would have been faster.
Yeah, so the big key was in check number 4. So we got looks like Ragin Nacha is the actual guess of 4. So congrats.
But the channel points all go to Hitman and FaZe, with about a 20-to-1 payout.
Yeah, so there's not even going to be a way to get back any time because the big key was just right in the Stalfos room, so it's not like no tile room trickery or anything.
Right. I mean, it would be impossible to have gotten to the big key any faster than GGW did. And he's already through the gauntlet. Boom, boom, boom. Down go the Landmos. I imagine he'll pick up some arrows. Oh, he'll pick up the arrows here, okay. I was thinking he might do it in pre-Moldorm. One way or another, you don't want to go to Ganon with exactly 4 arrows.
S&T beelining it over the ice. Get to that 7th crystal. GGW just like zooming up the tower. Health-wise, not a concern because I believe still has those 2 fairies.
GGW did manage to get 2 small keys down below, so he doesn't even need a Helma key. I think Nin Taylor will have 7 crystals before GGW finishes, but it'll be close.
Oh, he's getting that one good use of that powder at the top of the tower to get those free refills. And he's going to open that last chest there. Okay, get some more cash. Would have been laughing if that other sword was in there.
I've never seen Icebreaker go quite like that. I mean, the block moved quite a bit up, and Nin Taylor really had to wiggle through the wall, but hey, if it works, it works.
Yeah, GGW on Aga 2, and that's 20,000.
That was a double. Yeah, I don't think that was...
No, it's a triple. Oh, never mind that. You got a triple on that second round.
Oh.
2-3-1.
Oh, okay. I'm
yeah,
surprised that actually counted for 2 when those balls hit together.
Yeah, I thought it was just maybe got caught by iframes, and then, yeah, it was 2-2, but no, it was all 3 of them counted. GGW into Ganon.
As Taylor drops into Cold Stare.
Okay. Yeah, Tempered Silver should be not much of an issue here.
Ooh, Cold Stare gets away from Taylor. GGW gets the 1-1.
There's that 7th crystal for S&T.
Oh no, Silver, my one true weakness! GGW doesn't get the torch glitch, not that it really matters. get your GGs in. He will manage to do this just under 130. And GGW crosses and finishes with an official race time of 129.25. With the friendly GT big key placement saving him the sub 130.
And then some of the other skips he made. He skipped some of those other long checks to grab a couple minutes here and there.
Yes, the key play of not going to Saha's hut. And we are joined by our winner, Ganon's Gone Wild. GG.
GG.
How's Saha's hut?
Yeah, I just forgot, and then I realized I forgot, but then I forgot again. Eventually I remembered, like, I think when I went to desert, and I was like, oh no. And then I'm like, when do I go back? Should I just go back now? Or should I wait? Maybe I'll have to go back for the green pendant or something? Like, I didn't know what to do, so, finally I just was like, let's go back, we'll just clean up pod. And then I found the cane, and so I obviously didn't go to pod at that point. I was just like, okay, well, I probably just game over, but then got bailed out by the flippers being in a really dumb spot.
Well, I mean, you got pretty aggro skipping any checks in the Godmire. That probably...
yeah, I mean, that's two
saved
items,
some time.
so, I mean, it definitely saved a good chunk of time. I don't know what the layout was, but, I mean, in the worst case, yeah, I mean, it's probably like 3 or 3.5 minutes.
Cutscene and map chest were the two items.
Okay, yeah, so cutscene, you know, depending on how you route it, yeah, I mean, probably saves like 2.5, 3 minutes. But, I mean, at that point, I just, like, given how late I am to the cane, it's like, am I really, like, gonna go full clear mode for the only things I have left in the game, which are basically cane locked dungeons and cane locked, whatever it was, Pyramid Fairy. So, at that point, I feel like I just had to take the Godmire to give me some chance. But
Yeah. I guess the other thing that noticeably saved you time in the end, just given where flippers were, was your decision to full clear Thieves Town all at once.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think that saves too much time over going back later. Maybe it saves like 45 seconds or something.
Yeah.
I
Well, and you
should-
also got to the Fire Rod first, so you got to single dip Skull Woods, so I guess a lot of stuff that kind of added up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I think because it ended up being a pet seat anyway, so even if you had skipped the red cane for as long as you did, you would have gotten it. There's no way you would have missed it because you had to do ped. You would have turned in that green pendant, and then it pretty much ended up being almost like last location for those flippers. Given the pendants were kind of easy, didn't have that many requirements. You got all the stuff early, so.
And we are also, by the way, joined by Supernin Taylor here. GG, not a great seed in terms of the layout, regardless of anything.
Yeah, it was... I don't know. I don't mind the odd hundo, I guess. Unfortunate circumstances.
Yeah, that was literally a last logical location for you, right, on the ped?
Yeah, I checked every possible thing in the entire game. I didn't realize there were any other options, but I guess there was.
I mean,
Well, you could have done, like, Hobo or Ice Palace or places that the flippers couldn't have been.
Yeah, well... No, once I got down to my last few items, I was like, well, there's probably no point checking the water checks at this point in case that is my go mode, so I did leave those ones, yeah. Or I guess the only water check I left in the end was Hobo, I think. Yeah, there's no way I was ever gonna dip Ice Palace without flippers or something, or check Hobo, because I figured flippers would probably be go mode or second to last item or something.
And GGW, I guess you also skipped Spike Cave for the same reason of figuring Kane had to be locking your go mode at that point.
It was mostly just like I didn't have any idea where Super Taylor was at that point, and I couldn't actually remember if Green Pendant was 1 item or 2 items. So I don't know. It's like if I don't do it immediately after I get the cape, because like the cape was all I had after the cape was Green Pendant and Ped and Spike Cave. So it's like you either go down the Ped path and save like a minute on Spike Cave, or you do Spike Cave and you just lose a minute. So I mean, at that point, I really had almost nothing in the game. So I figured the highest probability was just of me winning was just doing Ped. So like,
True.
going
I
back
noticed
into
you
Mire
even
seems like certain doom at that point. Like there's no point. And then Spike Cave, I don't know. Maybe Spike Cave was worth doing, but I'm not sure.
You even hesitated and debated even doing the rest of Hookshot Cave after getting the hookshot.
Well, that was more just I didn't like. It took me about a half a second to process. Oh, you need to go back and do Hookshot Cave now. You have those available to you.
Ah, okay.
It turns out to see with item logic. I'm not even sure if Spike Cave was in logic yet. If you just go off the items, since Cape technically requires a half-cost magic, and that was locked by flippers, so it would have been in go mode anyway. And now you could just brute force through it, and it had nothing anyway. So
Cape was Pyramid Fairy, right? Like, why would that have required half magic?
okay, Cape was Pyramid Fairy. Spike Cave, I think. Unless because Cape alone, I don't know if it's enough to run it. I mean, yeah, enough
Cape
fairies,
plus
you
a
could-
bottle is enough to put it in
Yeah,
logic,
yeah,
and we
you
had
could-
bottles up the
yeah.
wazoo.
Yeah, two bottled fairies, so you could just tank through everything. So that's not an issue with that. You probably didn't even need the Cape, to be honest. So
No, I had enough hearts just to power through it with timing my dashes and using the hook shot. But yeah, logically, I'm pretty sure it was in logic. It wasn't in logic for me because I didn't have the cape yet, but yeah, it would have been in logic if I did the Pyramid Fairy first.
because I mean, the seed kind of just at the beginning, it was just giving like all the early access, and almost all the time you know there's gonna be like a hiccup somewhere in the seed, and of course it ends up being that pretty much last location pedestal.
Yeah, it was super early Dark World too. I was like, do I just go right now? I was like, I should probably finish the Light World first. It was tempting just to go straight to the Dark World.
Yeah, that seed was so long, I totally forgot about
Yeah.
Dark World and Cackwell.
Yeah, it was tempting, but I didn't have the mirror. I remember finding the mirror somewhere. Oh yeah, I think it was Ice Rod Cave.
Yeah, that was another thing that gave GGW an early advantage.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about that routing. After you got the flute, GGW went to immediately activate the flute. Super and Taylor went to do the shovel check.